Looking into my Sherrone Moore, Mel Tucker support group. Thinking about, starting something down at the community center. Combined $100 million that they've pissed away.
Just just
dude,
don't do that.
Strange is undefeated, man. It's undefeated.
God,
takes down more men than just about anything else.
Horn dogs.
You're going along, got $27 million guaranteed dollars, and you're like, nope. By the way, those child support payments going to hit a little bit harder when you don't got that 27 mil.
Well, what Suke is talking about is that we have a little late-breaking sports news today, and Suke is reveling in the downfall of yet another college football coach who has dipped his pen into the company ink and been fired.
What have I said a million? Like, remember the whole Timbers and just stop touching your employees. Just don't do it.
Well, what if they want you to
hands? No, you can't do it. Just keep your penis or your other lady parts to yourself. It's just, you've got $27 million. If you just don't touch someone inappropriately, you're like, I can't do it.
Do you think that the weather in Michigan has anything to do with all of this?
Yeah, maybe you just get so horned up in the wintertime and there's nothing else to do and you're like,
well you're cooped up, it's cold.
Reports are this was happening long before the wintertime. But summer, what's the summer hot girl summer? Sherrone was having a hot girl summer, allegedly.
Yeah, this does go back to last year.
Yeah, it does.
So Sherrone Moore, the head coach at Michigan, is fired.
Yeah.
News dropped about an hour ago, and the university came out and said, he was having an affair with a staffer, and that is clearly violation of our code. Therefore, we're not going to pay him a dime.
Yeah.
And so he is turfed with cause.
Yeah. So it's funny. I saw these rumors like 2 weeks ago, but like.
Well, they're saying these rumors were out there last off season, but they couldn't prove it.
Yeah,
and so I'm guessing only now because Michigan wouldn't fire him today. This is very bad timing for Michigan.
Yeah,
they wouldn't fire him today if they could have proven it earlier.
Yes.
In other words, they've been investigating. They've been looking for the smoking gun to be able to prove this in a court of law. If he says what, and takes you to court. So obviously they can now prove it because they fired him with cause, but I would imagine they would have wanted to uncover this way before so that they could get in on the hiring cycle.
Yeah, I saw this on a Facebook post like 2 weeks ago that someone said, dude, he's about to get fired. This was all during the whole coaching carousel thing. And no one gave any credit. I remember like reading through, someone may have even forwarded it to me on Twitter, but the people that were reporting it were like Michigan State people. So then you're like, well, whatever. And so there's two versions, but like her LinkedIn page was on there. And so you feel kind of bad because you're like, ew.
What does that mean?
Well, I guess it's not alleged anymore, right? The mistress was one of his secretaries. Okay. So her LinkedIn page was on the post.
Okay, but why did you go? Ugh?
Well, because it's awkward that if this wasn't true, here's some lady that's getting. I felt
publicly shamed.
I felt bad reading it.
I see,
and being like, yikes! Like, it's from a Michigan State person, and there was a bunch of people on there that were like, dude, this is crap. You're smearing someone, whatever. Because there's two stories. Well, the pregnancy is the one story, and then the other pregnancy is that he ended the pregnancy. And so whichever one that is, it ain't good. Those are just like internet rumors. Well, it turns out they're not internet rumors because then the other one was, well, if they liked him better, they wouldn't have fired him. Well, it sounds like regardless of whether you're winning or not, if you're paying for abortions with your secretary, if that turns out to be the story, you're getting fired no matter what. You can't.
You think they'd fire Jim Harbaugh fresh off a national championship if this were him?
Yeah.
You do?
You can't. You can't sleep with your secretary. You can't impregnate your secretary. And to be honest,
you certainly can.
Well, you can't.
What if he weren't married? How about that? Because he is married.
No,
he has 3 kids.
You can't.
So it doesn't matter married or not. Makes it worse.
No, that doesn't matter.
You can't sleep with your subordinate, and then you sure as hell can't get rid of the pregnancy and then be like, no harm, no foul. Like, at least Gary Anderson had the sense to go out his own.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's
allegedly.
I think
allegedly.
that Michigan wins here because Sherrone Moore sucks.
Yeah. Well,
and they didn't like him anyway.
And
he just lost to Ohio State. Yeah. And they lucked out here. Yeah. They lucked out here. Yeah. So they were just sniffing around, trying to find enough evidence. They finally got it, and now they're like, perfect, we can walk away. Now, this leads to another question, which is, it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. Yeah. Now, it turns out Sherrone Moore was, just being Sherrone Moore, and it got him fired. It's his own fault. What's to stop a university? They don't want to pay these buyouts, you know. If they're unhappy with their coach...
You just saying send a hot at it?
I mean, there are things you can do to test them. Yeah. What's to stop a university from doing that? A desperate university.
Boy, how cynical and underhanded can you be? You got
just saying.
You got $90 million on the hook for a buyout, and you're like, well,
it's a lot of dough, dude.
It is a lot of dough. Well, so Moore was 27, I believe. Mel Tucker's was like 80. So
million.
Yeah, million. Just realize that the two, a Michigan State and a Michigan coach, have combined thrown away $80 million on a very, very young secretary and some phone sex allegedly with like a set the expectation thing. I mean,
we apologize.
My word.
Yeah, this is hard to talk about.
Yeah,
got to dance around stuff.
Yeah, it's...
Well, guys,
Well, look, at this point, like...
This is age old.
Well, and her name is, like, it's
age old.
Out there.
Guys are gonna guys will absolutely crumble.
Women have brought down nations.
Yes. She is young, by the way. Like... young.
I mean, it's just...
Sherrone Moore's wife is going to stab him in the face with a soldering iron.
Men are just so predictable.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but many of them.
Yeah, whatever money he has left, sounds like she's going to get a bunch.
Yeah, good for her.
Yeah, I don't know how much there is. And that's the thing, he ain't getting another job. Like, he does not have...
No, he's not great.
No, he does not. Like,
He was lucky to get that gig.
Dude, that guy sat on a lottery ticket and then decided to paper shred it.
I think he thought he was Ime Udoka, who had like 2 or 3 teams even after his transgressions ready to call and give him a job.
Does this give us a little bit of... what am I trying to say? Does this make us feel a little better about Chauncey? At least it's not
Gambling?
Just the age-old, like, I just went for the young hot.
It is kind of fun.
I did something a little bit more unique, like rip-off billionaires.
There you go.
Yeah.
I do like that. Yes, if we want a positive side of things, fixing some poker games is better than the 22-year-old secretary. It's so cliche.
Look, we're all men. We got to ruin our lives in some way. At least I did it creatively.
Someone said, nothing ruins successful men like stress, long hours, and their own incredible horniness.
That's right.
It's a valid point.
That's right.
I'm telling you, it's undefeated. This is why. Like, this is his problem. If I could go back and advise Sherrone Moore, ugly secretaries, you can't hire the cute secretary. You can't hire the 22-year-old blonde. You can't. You can't do it.
It kind of doesn't matter.
You're setting Schwarzenegger, right?
Exactly. It's all about proximity. Schwarzenegger knocked up his housekeeper, I think.
Yeah, it was the housekeeper.
And she was not a young 22-year-old hot.
She wasn't.
But you know what she was?
Yeah, she was.
She was just right there.
Yeah, but when availability meets young hot, it's not good.
It's a test.
Yeah, it's a test.
It's a test of your mettle, Sherrone. And you failed.
I love your idea of we start a service where we hire hots.
What coach don't you like right now? What university has a little trepidation about their coach?
Is looking to get out of something? Yeah, maybe USC. And that supposedly Lincoln Riley's buyout is in the $70 or $80 million range.
Well, there you go.
You know what's in LA? Hots, and a lot of them.
That wouldn't be hard.
No, it would not.
Or maybe
well, maybe it would. I mean, that's
not saying he'd take the bait, but
we
if
find
he's smart,
out.
He would not take the bait.
We find out. All of a sudden, coaches are like, "No, this isn't real." And then the back of their it's the devil on the shoulder. You're like, "No, it's real. It's real." Because every man you have 2 base coaches, right? And one of them plays things very conservative. He's like the Kansas City Royals third base coach, right? He's like, no, we're going to hold up and let's see what happens. But I'm telling you, that guy waving you home, that son of a bitch, he's dynamic. He's a big personality, and Not only is he sending you home, he's telling you to come in standing up. He's not even telling you to slide. He's like, you got this. Come on. You got this. And too often than not, we listen to the aggressive base coach. And you can't. You got to play it conservative. You got to hold up singles and doubles.
Well, another one down.
Yeah.
So now we're going to have another small little coaching carousel round because whoever Michigan hires, probably Connor Stallions. Isn't it funny how they found everything they needed to fire Sherrone Moore, but they didn't find a thing about Connor Stallions' behavior?
Well, it's because Sherrone Moore was deleting everything. Remember, he's delete. Problem is, well, never mind. That's a bad joke, but some things can't be deleted, but maybe.
Well, they kind of were.
They kind of were. But if you believe rumors, I mean, it's all bad.
Listen.
Well, that now.
So now you got Michigan having to find a coach.
They supposedly want Kalen DeBoer.
Well, they're not going to get Kalen DeBoer, but they got to find a coach, and whoever they find it's probably going to lead. It's going to lead to like somebody like Washington State, not like, but you know what?
Yes,
I mean. Yeah. What just happened to Washington State is going to happen to another school.
You think Matt Campbell's upset that he didn't wait one more week?
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, had Matt Campbell not signed that Penn State deal, which was it not this week or was it late last week?
I think it was last week.
One more week. If Matt Campbell could have just hung on for one more week, that's where Michigan State immediately would have gone.
Well, I don't know where else they would go.
I don't know. I mean, there was some talk that maybe Jesse Minter, who's the defensive coordinator at with the Chargers now, he was the Michigan guy. Is there an idea that maybe he would want to come back to college? One of the best defensive minds in the game. Obviously, like by all accounts, the Michigan people are saying that they are actively trying to gauge interest in DeBoer. Because that was another rumor that you don't know what to. That's the problem with all these. It's just rumors, and you don't want to believe them. But then you're like, oh crap, some of these turn out to be true. The rumor was again out there that DeBoer, the Alabama thing isn't what it's cracked up to be. That DeBoer may be looking for something a little less Alabama-y, and Michigan.
They're not getting Kalen DeBoer out of there.
This is a good one. For our service, someone said Mike Norvell better stay away from that secretary. Bingo. Mike Norvell.
He didn't get fired yet?
No, because they owe him. He just signed that contract extension. Remember when the Alabama job came up, all those guys, Sark, Norvell, Lanning, they all got those big extensions. And Florida State hates Mike Norvell, but they don't have the money. I'm telling you.
They're sending Scush his way.
Yeah, Mike, just hide in the bunker, Costanza style. All male staffers at this point. Just... If an attractive woman comes anywhere near you, turn and run. It's a trap.
Stay strong, Mike. Stay strong.
It's a trap. It's a trap.
All right. Well, there's Sports Talk opening Seggy.
Well, I mean, it's just
late breaking news.
Yeah, you get in your car and you're driving in and you're like, "Excuse me, what?" Yeah. And when you hear a dumb rumor that you don't believe and then it turns out to be true, you're like, "Whoa!"
It was one of those stories that like the news was out when I left the house, and by the time I got here, all the sordid details had then been released.
Well, I will say you gotta hand it to Michigan because they tackled this in one fell swoop. They instantly put out a release. Like the news came out that he was fired, and everybody's like, "Whoa!" I just thought it's just because they didn't like him.
Yeah.
But then I was like, "Wait, that timing's a little weird."
Yeah.
But then Michigan instantly threw out a release saying exactly what had happened.
Yeah,
which is very rare. They don't often talk.
No,
about
they weren't messing around.
They were not messing around. They're like, you are out, and here's why, and we're not paying you a dime. So now we know, and Michigan needs a coach, and we do sports talk for you today.
Sports.
That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
it's Wednesday. We love Wednesday. Is it Wednesday?
It is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Sherrone Moore got fired on Hump Day.
Nope.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's a little ironic, isn't it, Schultze?
And he ain't getting another
Schnitzel Wolf.
He ain't getting another job.